Hey folks, welcome to Geography 205, Introduction to Geographic Information Systems. So that systems is the word that we've traditionally used at this school. I'm going to push for science instead of systems. We'll eventually get that officially changed, but think of it more as a science, a scientific approach to things. And I'll be getting into this throughout the class. I'll argue why that should be the term we use, and we'll cover that. Don't worry. But hey, intro to GIS. So this is your first class, most likely, introducing you to the technology and the philosophy and all of that behind GIS. And hopefully, for many of you, if not all of you taking this class, this is the first of the 5 classes you are going to take to complete our GIS certificate. Now, with this, maybe you're planning on doing that. Maybe not. Maybe this class was open and you just sign up for it or whatever. It's fine. If you just want to take this one intro class, have at it. But folks, it's a pretty good deal we have set up here, right? It's a case where this first class is our intro class. That means there are 4 more that you need to take, but we have it set up where starting now at the beginning of the fall semester, you begin the program. By the end of the spring semester, you've completed all of these classes, you've got that certificate, right? So it's not even a full calendar year, it's an academic year where you can get a certificate in GIS. And that's a good thing to have. Just a heads up. I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Turned out I couldn't get hired anywhere, at least not where I wanted to get hired, because I didn't have some of the skills that were never told to me that I needed to have. I was just told, hey, get a bachelor's degree, you're good. It was only after I enrolled in a community college GIS certificate, and that's always fun when you go to college, you get that bachelor's degree, and then you realize, I got to go back and start over and do some other stuff. But I got a GIS certificate, and it was remarkable. Jobs opened up, opportunities opened up, and really, I would not be where I am today if I hadn't made the decision to go back and get that certificate. It was one of the best things that I ever did. And that's what I'm trying to bring to you, both through this intro class, which, hey, if this is the only one that you take, that's cool. Because my goal with this class is to, well, let me put it this way. By the time you finish this class, you're going to be dangerous with GIS. You know what I mean? You are going to be well-versed in what GIS can do. You're going to see the possibilities, the potential. So you'll be able to do some stuff. Now, you're also, dangerous in that you can do some cool things, but at the same time, you might not have all the control that you would want to do the right thing and all of that. But if you take all 5 of these classes, I have it set up where these classes will teach you more in depth. These future classes will teach you with greater depth some of the nuance of these concepts and techniques and things like that. By the time you get to spring, and you've taken your final class and you've got that certificate, you're incredible. You are able to do incredible things with GIS. And the really cool thing with GIS is it's still kind of the Wild West in terms of education that is required, what degree you have to get a certain entry-level job, to get into the industry. Now, there are some jobs out there that I've seen where it's an entry-level job, meaning your first one out of graduation, and they expect you to have a master's degree, and at the same time, they're effectively willing to pay you minimum wage. Those people are monsters. Ignore those jobs. Not worth it whatsoever, even if you're desperate. But a lot of other jobs, which I'm constantly checking, and that's something you're going to be looking at through this first class, is what jobs are out there and what do I need? But there are a lot of good ones out there that simply require a certificate or training in general. It's more a case of what do you know, what can you do with this technology, and not just what degree do you have. What piece of paper did you get, mailed to you from a college or a university or whatever, right? So the certificate, it's accelerated. We get through, you're going to learn a lot, but by the end, you're going to be set. All right. So just wanted to make sure, excuse me, make sure that you're thinking about this, planning to set yourself up for, career success. We're going to get you there. All right. That's that. With this class, to continue on with our introduction to what we're going to be doing, it's online. It's asynchronous, meaning that there will be videos like this one. In fact, most of them won't just be you looking at me, it'll be looking at my computer screen, right? And I'll be clicking through things and showing you how to do certain, projects, tasks, whatever. And you'll follow along and you'll do this stuff as well. And I'll teach you enough to know what you're supposed to do. And then I'll say, okay, for your assignment, you're going to do this. You're going to download some other data or find something else. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do every single assignment in here, like a recipe or a tutorial in that sense. I'm going to teach you the stuff, turn it over to you, where you're going to figure it out. You're going to troubleshoot some things. It's going to maybe be a little scary or frustrating at first. But again, if you can do this stuff, which you all can, you're going to be dangerous. You're going to be really good at GIS. So each week, you're going to be looking for a video, a new assignment that's going to happen, some discussion stuff, all of that. But it's asynchronous, meaning I'm recording things ahead of time, but we're not actually meeting together. We don't have a set Zoom meeting on a specific day or a specific time. At the beginning of the week, I'm going to give you what you need for that week. And then it's up to you by the end of the week to have watched videos, read material, gone through the stuff, and completed your assignment for the week. If you're the kind of person who works early in the morning, have at it. You want to work at midnight? Have at it. Doesn't matter. Just get this stuff done by the deadline and you're good, right? So you're able to work at your own pace. Also, we'll have weekly assignments. There'll be a few midterm things that are practical in nature where I ask you to complete some stuff, just kind of testing to make sure that you're where you need to be. So we'll have that. And then at the end, instead of a final exam, you're going to have a final project. And I'll get into details, but effectively what you're going to do, you're going to come up with something. You're going to ask a question or think about some kind of problem that you can answer with GIS. And you're going to go through, find the necessary data, perform the necessary analyses to get some information to answer your question, and then you're going to turn this stuff in, make a nice poster to show what you did. It's going to be slick. All right? So with this class, it's going to be work. We're going to be going through, doing a lot of stuff, but there is nothing cooler than completing your first map, right? And taking just kind of digital data and turning it into something that's both beautiful and conveys information. It's so cool. And you can get paid well for doing this stuff. I mean, this is win-win, right? Don't waste your time with some chemistry class or biology class or whatever. Okay, you can take those. They're kind of useful. But what I'm saying is there's some good stuff here, right? Stick with this class, stick with this certificate. The world's going to open up. All right, pep talk over. Let's get doing some geography.